What if dinosaurs lived in ancient Rome? Chapter 1, The Dawn of Coexistence. Rome, the eternal city, stood unshakable, but its landscape was entirely different from what we know today. Here, among majestic aqueducts and bustling forums, humans and dinosaurs coexisted peacefully, not as predator and prey, but as partners, workers, and even comrades in arms. The early years of this unusual symbiosis were filled with challenges and adjustments. Initially frightened by the giant reptiles, people gradually learned to understand them, while dinosaurs, in turn, showed a remarkable ability to learn and adapt. Studies from that era revealed that certain dinosaur species, such as herbivorous Triceratops and Stegosaurus, proved ideal for heavy labor, while raptors, with their speed and agility, became invaluable hunters and scouts. The city's architecture evolved to accommodate its new inhabitants. Streets grew wider, gates taller, and water troughs for dinosaurs were installed in every square. The development of this symbiosis gave rise to the first rituals dedicated to dinosaurs, which Romans began to see as gifts from the gods. Priests conducted ceremonies at water troughs, offering herbs and grain to appease the giants and strengthen their loyalty. These rituals not only brought humans and dinosaurs closer but also laid the foundation for new religious traditions, where each animal received its own name and legend. Over time, local residents began decorating their homes with frescoes depicting dinosaurs, reflecting their deep connection to these creatures. This cultural layer added a unique charm to the city, making Rome not only a center of power but also a symbol of harmony with nature. Chapter 2, Dinosaurs in Service of the Empire. The symbiosis between humans and dinosaurs soon extended beyond daily life, becoming an integral part of Rome's might. The empire, renowned for its engineering feats, now harnessed the incredible strength of dinosaurs for construction. Titanic Brachiosaurus lifted massive stones for the Colosseum, their powerful necks serving as cranes and their broad backs as mobile platforms. Ankylosaurs, with their natural armor, acted as mobile battering rams during sieges, while pterodactyls were used for message delivery and aerial reconnaissance, soaring over battlefields. The Roman legions, once formidable, grew even more terrifying with dinosaurs in their ranks. Domesticated velociraptors accompanied centurions, while armored dragons, possibly descendants of theropods, were trained to fight alongside the bravest warriors. This new military strategy led to the creation of specialized training camps where dinosaurs were trained under the guidance of experienced legionaries. These camps featured arenas for simulating combat, where young dinosaurs learned to coordinate with soldiers, making them nearly invincible on the battlefield. Additionally, the empire began developing unique armor for dinosaurs, crafted from bronze and leather, enhancing their protection and striking fear into enemies. These innovations not only bolstered the Roman army but also inspired craftsmen to create new weapons tailored for joint human-dinosaur attacks, further cementing Rome's reputation as an unrivaled power. Chapter 3, Games of the Dinosaurs. The Colosseum, built with the strength of dinosaurs, became the primary arena not only for gladiatorial combat but also for grand spectacles featuring dinosaurs. Here, gladiators battled not just lions but also enraged Tyrannosaurus, riding the backs of massive Triceratops. The spectacles were awe-inspiring, sending chills down the spines of spectators as giant beasts entered the arena. There were also more humane games, dinosaur races, where chariots pulled by swift gallimimus sped across the sandy arena to the cheers of the crowd. Even circuses showcased astonishing trained dinosaurs performing complex tricks under the guidance of their riders. These events became an essential part of Roman culture, strengthening the bond between humans and their giant companions. Over time, the spectacles incorporated theatrical performances where dinosaurs portrayed mythical creatures from Roman legends, such as the Chimera or Minotaur, adding a dramatic flair to the shows. Actors in masks interacted with dinosaurs, staging scenes of battles and rescues that drew even larger crowds from distant provinces. These performances were accompanied by flute and drum music, enhancing the atmosphere, while winners of races or shows were crowned with laurel wreaths, making them heroes of the day. This approach not only entertained but also instilled a sense of pride in Romans for their unique bond with dinosaurs, turning the Colosseum into a hub of cultural identity. Chapter 4, Challenges of Coexistence. Despite all the benefits, living with dinosaurs came with significant challenges. The enormous size of some species demanded constant vigilance and vast resource expenditure. Feeding thousands of dinosaurs posed a complex logistical task, requiring extensive pastures and a sophisticated food delivery system. Accidental incidents, when dinosaurs broke free, were rare but devastating. Particularly dangerous were the predatory species, kept under strict supervision in special cages and guarded by trained sentinels. Rome's ecology also underwent changes. Dinosaurs, especially herbivores, profoundly impacted vegetation, giving rise to new landscape types. These challenges pushed Romans to constantly innovate in resource management and safety. To address these issues, special commissions were established to oversee food distribution and develop new pastures on the empire's outskirts. These commissions also trained citizens in basic dinosaur interaction, including danger signals and evacuation procedures, reducing incident risks. Additionally, Romans experimented with cultivating new crops resistant to dinosaur trampling, maintaining a balance between human activity and the giants' needs. These efforts not only mitigated ecological problems but also strengthened Rome's infrastructure, making it more resilient to the demands of coexistence. Chapter 5: Cultural Influence. Dinosaurs permeated every aspect of Roman culture. Their images adorned frescoes, mosaics, and sculptures, while their roars and stomping were familiar city sounds. Poets composed epic poems about heroic clashes between humans and dinosaurs, philosophers debated their place in the cosmos, and children played with wooden dinosaur toys. New cults emerged, dedicated to the mighty dragons of Rome, believed to bring luck and strength. Even Roman law adapted, accounting for the rights and duties of dinosaur owners and setting penalties for harm or damage caused by these creatures. Dinosaurs became more than animals, they were symbols of Roman power, ingenuity, and uniqueness. This cultural integration led to annual festivals where dinosaurs became central figures in celebrations. During these events, parades featured dinosaurs adorned with flowers, while priests performed hymns praising their contribution to Rome's greatness. Artists began creating portraits of famous dinosaurs, such as imperial favorites, turning them into legends during their lifetimes. This deep cultural layer not only fostered social cohesion but also inspired future generations to preserve this unique tradition, making dinosaurs an inseparable part of Rome's heritage. Chapter 6: The Great Discovery. One day, during excavations in distant provinces, Roman archaeologists encountered an unprecedented phenomenon. They uncovered the remains of ancient dinosaur species, gigantic bones buried deep underground, far larger than those of the dinosaurs living alongside them. This discovery sparked immense interest, and scholars began studying the phenomenon. A theory emerged about the existence of ancient dinosaurs, ancestors of those coexisting with Rome. This finding expanded the Romans' understanding of dinosaurs and their history. It spurred new research, reinforced belief in nature's grandeur, and led to the creation of museums showcasing these astonishing finds. These archaeological successes inspired the emperor to launch expeditions to the empire's remotest corners to uncover more traces of ancient dinosaurs. Nests and food remnants were discovered, providing scholars with fresh insights into their lifestyles. These findings sparked lively debates in the Senate, where philosophers and engineers proposed using ancient knowledge to enhance modern dinosaurs. Museums began hosting lectures and displays, attracting crowds of curious citizens, making science accessible and popular among the Roman populace, further fueling interest in their extraordinary past. Chapter 7: War and Dinosaurs. As the empire expanded, wars became inevitable. Here, dinosaurs proved their indispensability. Legions accompanied by combat dinosaurs were virtually unbeatable. Ceratopsians broke through enemy lines, pterodactyls struck from the air, and swift dromaeosaurs hunted retreating foes. Enemy armies, unfamiliar with such terrifying creatures, panicked at the sight of the advancing Roman war machine. War elephants paled in comparison to armored ankylosaurs, while cavalry lost all advantage against swift carnotaurus. Tales of the invincible Roman legions, supported by dinosaurs, spread worldwide, reinforcing Roman hegemony. To maximize combat effectiveness, Romans developed special signals and flags to coordinate dinosaur and legionary attacks with precision. These innovations included drums for issuing commands over distances, making the Roman army even more synchronized. After victories, soldiers erected temporary wooden and stone statues honoring dinosaur heroes, boosting morale and cementing legends of their power. These monuments became symbols of triumph, inspiring new generations of warriors and instilling fear in Rome's enemies for centuries. Chapter 8: Secrets of Training. Training dinosaurs was a refined art, passed down through generations. Roman trainers, or dino-tamers, were highly revered figures. They employed a complex system of signals, gestures, and even music to communicate with dinosaurs. Their methods were humane, based on encouragement and an understanding of animal psychology. From a young age, dinosaur hatchlings were accustomed to humans, taught commands, and had their natural abilities developed. Some trainers formed deep emotional bonds with their charges, becoming true friends. These secrets were closely guarded, shared only with select apprentices in specially established schools. To enhance their craft, trainers began recording their successes on wax tablets, creating early dinosaur training manuals. These texts included care, feeding, and training tips, standardizing the process and sharing knowledge with a broader range of apprentices. Training schools evolved into learning hubs, hosting competitions where students showcase their skills with young dinosaurs. This approach not only improved training quality but also elevated the profession's prestige, making it one of the most respected roles in Roman society. Chapter 9, Fall and Oblivion. Yet nothing lasts forever. Facing internal strife, economic collapse, and barbarian invasions, the Roman Empire began to decline. Maintaining a vast number of dinosaurs became an unbearable burden. Disrupted trade routes, climate shifts, and epidemics striking dinosaurs led to a sharp decline in their numbers. As central authority weakened, training skills were forgotten, and dinosaurs, left to their own devices, either turned wild or died out. Cities, ravaged by time and war, gradually concealed the traces of once harmonious coexistence. Dinosaurs faded into myths and legends, their existence becoming a distant echo of the past, with artifacts occasionally unearthed during random digs reminding of the great era of humans and dinosaurs. With the empire's fall, many dinosaurs retreated to wild lands, where surviving tribes attempted to tame them anew, but without prior knowledge, this proved extremely difficult. Legends of lost Triceratops and Stegosaurus herds passed down through generations, evolving into tales of a golden age. Later archaeologists discovered traces of their presence, massive bones and ruined water troughs, but interpreted them as remnants of ancient monsters, unaware of the true history. This oblivion became a symbol of a lost legacy that could have altered history's course if preserved, leaving Rome in the shadow of its former glory. Chapter 10, Legacy through the Ages. The history of Rome with dinosaurs remained forgotten for millennia, surfacing only occasionally in obscure myths and legends of dragons and giant monsters. Only much later, with the rise of paleontology, did scientists begin finding dinosaur fossils buried deep underground, revealing initial evidence of this incredible coexistence. Archaeological finds, unusually wide streets, massive water troughs, and unique architectural designs gradually formed a cohesive picture. Today, thanks to advanced technologies and relentless research, we can finally immerse ourselves in this unique historical period, realizing that Rome was not just a great empire but also a home to the most extraordinary creatures ever to walk the earth, their symbiosis with humans creating one of the most remarkable civilizations in imagined history. Modern researchers, using 3D scanning and DNA analysis, have started reconstructing images of dinosaurs that lived in Rome, providing new evidence of their roles in construction and war. These discoveries have inspired documentaries and exhibitions where visitors can see virtual reconstructions of the Colosseum with dinosaurs on the arena. Education has also incorporated this period into curricula, teaching children about symbiosis as a potential path for humanity's development. This renewed interest, beginning in 2025, restores Rome's lost grandeur, allowing us to reimagine the past through the lens of fantasy and science, as if rediscovering this astonishing world at the dawn of the 21st century.